my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. A consequence of stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you motherfuckers and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a Kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is crime and it's optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the K. Chocolate cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast. Slice it like a ninja, pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger. Authoring is August, wordplay is December. That mean my pen is in cinders and my deliverance shivers like Siberian area shivers. Slip on the slickest icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glitches. Swim with the fish and flippers, I finish my pitches. This is what didn't get it, getting hitting the different differs. What did he do it or didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Lou would do a dual identity, dueling enemies. Do it to him, chewing through him without doing it dentally. Superhuman fluent without refueling engines with energy. This chemistry can it be? They Googling endlessly, even computers losing memory, bending mentally when they interface with the lyrical ability. Things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake.
Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable.
Up first, Old Dog from Malaysia, and they hold the SCI national title.
This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. In the red corner from Malaysia, wearing the yellow trunks with...
So they stare into each other's eyes. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of defense here at all. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know, we may be in for a short fight. This fighter, an absolute animal. Look at the KO percentage. Hold on to your seats, folks. Incredible work rate. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Swing and a miss with the right hook. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
And there's the bell for round two. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter does everything behind the jab. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. Punch himself out, though. He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. This fighter has a very good win-loss record and will be tough to beat. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're getting it, kitchen sink.
On to the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
His stamina is off the charts. That counter shot lands. Hold that thought. Stumbling around in pot, and Street Killer has been dropped. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. They exchange punches. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Back at it in round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They got out of the way of that right hook. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight? They've been beaten so badly this fight, you almost hope that it stopped, and it is. It is over. TKO victory.
Too early. Should have let him get stuck in with it.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
What's next? A TKO.
Menang, man.
I just need a minute to replenish who I am, and who I am is so dependent on exactly where we stand. I stand in any pose, anything but tippy toes, push to feel smaller, always taller. Now I'm a cheerleader, she a baller. The difference in height isn't I left my ego at the altar. Now every ring's a thing, and everything I taught you is coming back around to me. It's like revolvers, and every single click is just hammering it home. Who knew Russian roulette involved answering the phone? Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome. And dear nicks the tone as I pull my pain out. One of your short nose might blow my brains out. But you ain't even pick up. Talking to myself, exactly what you sick of.
Feeling kinda restless. Did you get my message? It's swirling around in the storm.
Yeah, come on.
No, don't tell me that you care when I know you're standing there.
Yeah.
I left the story of my life on your answering machine. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Hello, would you pick up the phone?
We were like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around, does it really make a sound? That's romantic and profound. But now we're like lumberjacks holding the axes that bring it down. So I'm now on your message, talking about remember. Silence in return, that sounds like timber. There's some that can't see the forest because they liars, but I can't see the forest because of the fire. And in our prehistorics, the flowers was rooting for us. Brontosaurus ate the flowers, T-Rex ate the brontosaurus. And then the T-Rex turned around and ate the florist. That's why I lost my FTD endorsements. But that's really not important. My sadness is snitch, my melancholy informant. Despair wears the wire, my longing rapping the song. My worry is the rap, my lonely tapping the phone.
I wanna give you reasons, tell you what I'm feeling, but none of these lines are secure.
Nah.
No, your answering machine. My tears run off your shoes like water from a goose. You try to wash off all the dirt, but your hands aren't getting clean. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Are you there? Hello, would you pick up the
To make believers on receivers as you sit back and observe as the rubber curly cord just absorbs all my words. Will you collect us, then connect us, or neglect us on the hole into the wall, then cross the wires on the telephone poles, then bounces off the towers, then up into the satellites, then falls down back to earth to bring a broken heart back to life.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
We welcome you to Cambrian Hall. When you think class, this is the place to be. Next to me is Johnny Nelson. First up, Uldum from Malaysia, and they hold the SCI national title.
This bout is
These two have certainly talked the talk. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter. Nice hook. Straight right just misses. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. There's a counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Whoa, wait a minute! What a shot! And they're down just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
That jab misses. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be. On to the second round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
What's the referee thinking? Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Hard, he's on. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
It's that I ever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. And he scores with the counter. They're both trying for a knockout. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You're being put down. You've got to...
There's the bell to start round 3. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
No doubt about it, this fighter loves to throw jabs, and a lot of them. Their opponent better have an answer. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Where was the deep? Oh, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
You saw it here live, a knockout win.
Asyik Wahyudi.
Lord, please bless my castle of sand. Waiting on the battle, so a handle all in my hand. The war forces more toward my door with demands. More important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance. Can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should have put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art. And for your fans, when you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, all along, liquid fortresses made of stone, religious palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, our time to come. Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some jobs.
Up first. first, Old Dog from Malaysia, and they hold the SCI national title, coming off a knockout victory in their last fight. Up against them, the Bulldozer from Malaysia. Last time we saw them in action, suffered a very close loss. Let's see if their fortunes turn around here.
It'll be ding-ding from first bout. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from...
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Failing to score with that right hook. I want to think of holding on here for a minute. He threw a punch and just got countered. They threw the hook. Did you see that? We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back. Oh my goodness, Johnny! So much for defensive abilities. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Oh my, that's a game changer. And that'll do it as the Bulldozer goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Listen, are you okay?
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round. To make or break. On to the second round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to do.
And Old Dog goes down. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Everybody's got their eye on the champion. You have to defend that belt. Did you see that? And down goes the Bulldozer. And you can see here his face basically melts into his glove, and down he goes.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
He just misses with that jab. Watch and shoot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Both men knocked down in that round. Incredible stuff.
Sometimes you talk about drawing first blood. What does that tell you?
The bell rings and we start the third. Keep in mind, both of these fighters got knocked down in the prior round.
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
The stamina is off the charts. Missing with that jab. And he scores with the counter. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. That jab won't score. Beautiful counter shot. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. This fighter loves throwing straight power shots. Their opponent has got to get that head off the center line. Nice defense with that jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Counter punches have to hurt. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. Beautiful counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He missed with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Throws the jab but does not score. That counter shot lands. A perfect counter land. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. Good counter punch. Incredible work rate. That counter punch caught him clean. Straight right just misses. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. The referee and the bulldozer forced to the canvas. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory.
Another done. All damn just what have I become. No chance on stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, we ain't before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, no, I'm out of feeling the ball. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I wish that long. Going out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. We down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been here before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Cold dude, no you, now you ain't never that. So lose, I do, I gotta run it back. Another one time be fun. I think my aim just begun. Another one last time, please ya. Nah, I ain't live to please ya. Ain't got no plans to be through. With this whole thing to see through. And I ain't trying to be cool. Nah, I'm just trying to be true. But all I do is see blue. At least it's in my room. Feel like it's trying to consume. But I'm just days that refuse. Or maybe make it out soon. I assume that my doom ain't the worst of it yet. What my purpose is. Start my verse and I fall when the curtain ends. When the curtain ends. Yeah, it's just back to the bins. Yeah, it's just back in the bins. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I blend. Off in the back where I yeah, it's just back to the tin. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Yeah, it's just back in my ends. Off in the back where I another one, another one, another one.
This rivalry has been... First up, Old.
This bout is scheduled.
All the talking has been done. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. He got out of the way of that right hook. A lot of effort being exerted here. Big swing and a miss with the hook. Everybody's got their eye on the champion. You have to defend that belt. Nobody home with that hook. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than that.
They threw the hook, it did land. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter and a cornerman.
Here we go for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Hook misses. This boxer is a real hook specialist. Their opponent has got to watch out for that. A straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. A straight right just misses. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, make it look so easy.
On to the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Beautiful counter punch. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Misses with that uppercut. And down goes Old Dog. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You do it again.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up. Took a deep breath. Got right.
On to the fourth we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
They exchange punches. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. Well done with that counter shot. Missing with the hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The referee taking a look here, and if the fighter can't see, the fighter can't fight. Wow, so the referee is not going to stop it, and the fight continues. Jab slightly off target. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
There's a lot on the line here.
Here we go on round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
A perfect counter lands. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. That counter punch caught him clean. just missed with that hook. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he misses with that jab. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruises. And he will stop it. TKO winner. A mercy stoppage there from the referee.
Time was of the essence, and it was a matter of time when this happened.
Well, Johnny, complete and total domination, a stoppage victory. How do you rate the performance?
Just like that.
Malaysia welterweight match lah.
Victory all in my eyes. Enemies only can see my demise. Envision my downfall, it's not in my view. I only look up, I will not be subdued. Can never submit. Position is grip. Mission persists like it's got a fix. And the gym I commit, knocking shit out of shit. Equipment till I lose the feel in my fist. Precision my gift. Decisions are swift. At home in the ring. It's like I live in this beat. And I'm undisputed. So undisputed. Yeah. Pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. Feel like the night of the fight. Feels like the fight of my life. Light in my fire, can't even remember which finger is injured or what tired. It's like train through the pain, flipping them tires. Barbells was lifting them skyward and higher. I ran through the rain, work till I'm drained. Put on headphones and do it all over again. Chains clang from hitting the bag, throwing them fast, trying to fold it in half. Footwork rehearsed till I float in the flag. Searching for weakness, immersed in my defense. Please don't be too slow with the pads, but I'm still matching the motion it has. Shoulder rolling, find an opening and let them go like I'm holding the soul in my hands. Set it free, set it free, set it free. Flow like a butterfly, sting like a pound for pound, 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 pound for pound. Do it for my mama, do it for my father. Family affair, my whole family in here. I do it for the block, do it for the soldiers, do it for the sport, do it for the coach. I'm undisputed, yeah, I'm undisputed. Do it for my father, do it for my mother. It's a family affair. My whole family. Did it for the past. Did it for the future. I did it for the welcome everybody.
Brand new contract on the day, ready to come back.
Let's fight. Fight. Last match.
Get ready for an out-of-this-world experience. Up first, Hold On from Malaysia, and they hold the FCI national title. They won by TKO in their last fight. Up against them is Unbreakable from Mexico. The last last time we saw them in action, they impressed everyone with that big KO victory.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
And with that, let's go into the ring and the Hall of Fame announcer himself, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Stamina is off the charts. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. This fighter has a killer instinct. Just look at this KO percentage. Over 70% of their fights have ended early. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above him, and so I do respect both of them more than that.
Stamina is off the charts. He misses with that straight left. Beautiful counter shot. The right hook just missed. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominant. And there's the bell to start round 2. But Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This boxer is a real hook specialist. Your opponent has got to watch out for that. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Good counter punch. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. You can see from the record, this fighter is fantastic and is really difficult to get past. They block the jab. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
There's the bell for round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Oh, and they got rocked. What a moment this is. Knocked down hard. I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get back on their feet here as the referee continues the count. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Can you continue?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Halfway through the round, and I think he knows he's got a lot of work to do.
Is that forever hold? Remember the fight to Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of heart we need to see.
Just missed with that hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. Back at it, round 4. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
For the weary. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. That jab misses. And forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The corner's and they're down. It looks like this one's going to be over. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I've got to see that again.
How about that will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues?
Look at this corner. Look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down. Make the most of the count. Get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time. We just need to make the way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown. Back into the fray here in round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Catch and shoot. How about that time counter shot? Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Shot. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skills for skills, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Only catching air with that hook. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Seeing this punch coming and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. He's been... This is the beginning of round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head straight.
Perfect counter shot. Just misses right uppercut. Holding nothing back here in the round. Good counter punching. Stamina is off the charts. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out. Incredible work rate. Throw a shot, they get countered. A lot of effort being exerted here. That jab would score. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Cardio was put in for this fight. It may come down to that.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Here we go. It's round 7. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Be New Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than that.
Throws the jab. Oh, right there. The defense failed them. And there it is. The knockdown punch we knew was coming. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
Alright guys, I hope you share the podcast. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye bye.